I want to say, I know a lot of people may not agree to it though. One of the things we should look out for as music ministers and be very careful about is good music.
When you say we should look out for and be very careful about, and you now say good music, what exactly do you mean?
So what I'm trying to say is, when we talk about spiritual songs and sounds, what we look out for first is not melody, it's potency.
What?
Melody is potency.
It's potency,
Yes.
not melody.
Not melody. It doesn't mean that a song cannot be melodious. For example, it's only in my generation you hear us singing and saying we are crying for God's glory and we are rejoicing.
I just got what you're saying now. I just got it.
We are saying, Lord, we want to see your glory. And if we read the scriptures, when people lacked something and they were looking for it, you will read that they were in sackcloth. I'm not saying we should start wearing sackcloth. I'm saying I'm believing. I want to think that we have alternative to what we have lost.
Wow.
So that's why it's not like we don't see the need to actually I'm looking for the right word. We don't see the need to actually really go break down to seek what we don't have. It's because we have an alternative, and that alternative could be good music. It could be good music. So trust me, many of us don't really know. We yet don't know how to differentiate good music from spiritual sound. And at times God gives you a cry, like is a wailing.
It's not melodious.
It's not melodious. A woman whose husband passed away cannot be singing melodious song. When you see a woman that is wailing, it doesn't mean that God cannot give us melodious song.
Yes, sir.
But we should bring ourselves to the point where we can interpret the mind of God in every sound. Every sound does not need to be all happy for you to feel spiritual. It doesn't have to be all sweet. We need to look into I think it was on Saturday, Reverend John came up and then he was saying some sound, we shouldn't just look at we see the message in it. There are some songs that are prophecies.
Absolutely.
Prophecies.
Absolutely.
Permit me to say this. There are some of the songs that God gave me and I sang some years ago. People will not understand it yet until some things begin to happen. That's when we'll come into the understanding.
So in other words, Sati, those songs that you sang some few years ago, they were prophetic snapshots.
Yes.
In fact, I did remember that there were some songs. There was a time most of your songs were about Lord take me, Lord kill me, right?
Yes.
And then at some point it was songs on the mercy of God. And then I did remember that we had a chit chat on it, and I said some people were asking that why are you always singing about mercy and all of that. But now that you are talking, I'm beginning to realize that those moments were moments of encounter and like maybe to prepare a people or something.
Yes. So permit me to say this. I don't think I've said this. I've mentioned this anywhere, except maybe within my brothers. Most of my songs are my encounters. Like
I know, I can testify to that.
Encounters that I have, and most of the songs that have to do with death and all of that, they are not songs that I sat down to actually think what to say. No, they are vivid encounters that I have, encounters that nothing can take from me. There are few songs that God gives me to sing. How do I put this? To sing just to the hearing of people, like maybe Lord bless me. I'm not saying people who sing that song, no. But most of the song God gives me they are majorly towards becoming like the firstborn son who is Jesus. And what people don't know is that it doesn't take God anything to bless a man, but
Absolutely.
it takes God a lot to make a man.
My God.
It doesn't take God anything. God can
To
just say,
bless a man.
but it takes God a
A
lot.
lot.
In my own way, by my experiences in God, I know I'm still young. And from what we've seen in the life of our disciples, the project, when God said, let us make man in our image and likeness, it took God thousands of years to achieve that project. That project was achieved in Jesus Christ. It took God, you can see how long it took God to find the kind of
I've
man,
never thought of that, bro.
to find the kind of man he wanted, he would call a man. He was Jesus.
The project man.
Project man. When he began with Adam, Noah, it was God trying to find a man that would be totally yielded to him, to be the pattern man for other men.
Jesus.
So you will notice that as much as you desire, you love David, you love Moses, you love Isaiah, you love Jeremiah, the person that God's voice came and said, this is my beloved son, hear ye him, was Jesus. He is the project, let us make man in our image and likeness. It was completed in Jesus.
And when I say you are a pastor, you will say you are not a pastor. This is clear. You are a man of God, bro.
I'm just
Wow.
just trying to love God and be like him. That's all.